Good morning friends. Today we are going to learn about assistant loco pilot and loco pilots of Indian Railways, especially eligibility conditions, exam pattern, selection process, job profile, salary structure and the promotions of assistant loco pilots and loco pilots of Indian Railways to be discussed in this video. First, eligibility conditions. Eligibility conditions are broadly classified into age, educational qualifications, nationality and medical standards. Age. Minimum age to appear for assistant loco pilot examination is 18 years and maximum age for general and EWS candidates is 30 and maximum age limit for OBC candidates is 33 and maximum age limit for SC/ST candidates is 35. Next, age limit for ex-serviceman category persons. Maximum age limit for general and EWS category for ex-serviceman category persons 33 years plus length of their military service. For example, one person served 10 years in military, then his maximum age limit is 43. For the same ex-serviceman category, for OBC candidates, maximum age limit is 36 years plus length of service in the military, and for SC/ST candidates 38 years plus length of service in the military. Maximum age limit relaxation given to railway employees also. For maximum age limit for Group C employees of Indian Railways who has completed minimum 3 years service in Indian Railways, for general and EWS candidates maximum 40 years they can apply. For Indian Railway personnel OBC candidates maximum 43 years they can apply, and SC/ST candidates they can apply up to 45 years. The persons working in quasi administrative offices of Indian Railways such as Indian Railway canteens, cooperative societies of Indian Railway or railway institutes are also eligible for upper age limit relaxation for the period of maximum 5 years in addition to their existing maximum age limit eligibility as per their communal reservation. Widowed, divorced, judicially separated female candidates are also eligible for upper age limit relaxation for the period of maximum 5 years. For eligible female candidates, general and EWS category 35 years is upper age limit, and for OBC category 38 years is upper age limit, and SC/ST candidates 40 years. Apprentice course completed candidates as per Apprenticeship Act 1961 are also eligible for upper age limit relaxation for the period of 5 years. General and EWS candidates they can get 35 years upper age limit relaxation, and OBC candidates they get 38 years upper age limit relaxation. SC/ST candidates they get 40 years upper age limit relaxation. Educational qualification. ITI or course completed as per Apprenticeship Act or 3-year technical diploma or BE or BTech. Any one of the qualification is compulsory after completion of class 10 or SSLC is the education qualification for assistant loco pilot examination. The eligible ITI trades and apprenticeship courses to become assistant loco pilots are ITI fitter, ITI electrician, instrument mechanic, millwright or maintenance mechanic, radio and TV mechanic, electronics mechanic, motor vehicle mechanic, wireman, tractor mechanic, armature and coil winder, diesel and heat engine mechanic, turner, machinist, refrigeration and air conditioning mechanic. These all ITI trades are eligible to write assistant loco pilot examination. Apart from ITI courses, diploma in engineering or BE or BTech are also eligible to write assistant loco pilot examination. The eligible 3 years technical diploma courses and BE or BTech courses are mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, electronics engineering, automobile engineering or combinations of various streams of these engineering disciplines. For example, electrical and electronics engineering, electronics and communication engineering, electronics and telecommunication engineering or mechanical and automobile engineering, etc. Any kind of combination also accepted for to write the assistant loco pilot examination. Next, nationality or citizenship. A candidate must be either a citizen of India or a citizen of Nepal or a subject of Bhutan or a Tibetan refugee who permanently settled in India before 1962 or a person from Indian origin who has migrated from Pakistan, Burma, Sri Lanka, East African countries of Kenya, Uganda or United Republic of Tanzania, Zambia, Malawi, Zaire or Ethiopia and Vietnam with the intention of permanently settled in India. Medical standards. Excellent vision is most important factor to drive the trains successfully. Hence, highest medical standard A1 is mandatory to pass the assistant loco pilot examination. A1 medical standard further classified into general standards and vision standards. For general standards, the candidate must physically fit in all respects. Vision standards. 6/6 in both eyes without glasses in fogging test is compulsory for vision standards, and they must not accept +2 diopter in both eyes. Near vision also should be 0.6 SN in both eyes without glasses. 5 kind of additional vision tests also carried out to identify the better vision standards. Color vision test, binocular vision test, field of vision test and night vision test, meosophic vision test. Like that vision tests are carried out to identify the better vision standards. A person who did laser surgery in any one of the eye or both eye is not eligible to write the examination. Selection process. The selection process consisting of 5 stages. First stage is CBT1, computer based test 1, and the second stage is CBT2, that is computer based test 2. The third stage is CBAT, computer based aptitude test, and the fourth stage is document verification, and the fifth stage is medical examination. All the information related to exam is communicated through RRB websites and through SMS and emails. Exam pattern. The first test is CBT1, computer based test 1. 75 questions will be asked in CBT1 examination and the maximum marks is 75 and the time duration given in CBT1 test is 60 minutes. The syllabus in CBT1 covers 4 areas: mathematics, mental ability, general science and general awareness. The syllabus in mathematics covers number system, word mass, decimals, fractions, LCM, HVF, ratio and proportions, percentages, mensurations, time and work, time and distance, simple and compound interest, profit and loss, algebra, geometry and trigonometry, elementary statistics, square root, age, calculations, calendar and clocks, pipes and cisterns, etc. The second topic, mental ability syllabus, covers analogies, alphabetical and number series, coding and decoding, mathematical operations, relationship, syllogism, jumbling, Venn diagram, data interpretation and sufficiency, conclusions and decision making, similarities and differences, analytical reasoning, classification, directions, statement, arguments and assumptions, etc. General science covers physics, chemistry and life sciences of 10th standard level, and general awareness covers science and technology, sports, culture, personalities, economics and politics. The CBT1 test is screening test only. The marks secured in CBT1 test is not considered while preparing final merit list. That means 1:15 ratio candidates are selected in CBT1 examination. For example, if total post is 5,000 numbers, then 75,000 candidates are to be selected in CBT1 examination. CBT2, second stage is CBT2 exam. CBT2 exam consists of 2 parts. The first one is part A, the second one is part B. The part A of CBT2 exam is mostly similar to CBT1 exam. Part A of CBT2 exam consists of 3 topics. The first one topic is mathematics, that is exactly similar to mathematics of CBT1 exam. That means CBT1 and CBT2, both mathematics part is same in syllabus. And the second one is general intelligence and reasoning, that is exactly similar to mental ability part of CBT1 examination. So only name is changed. General intelligence and reasoning is mentioned in the CBT2 exam and mental ability is mentioned in CBT1 exam, but the syllabus is entirely same. The third topic is basic science and engineering. It differs from CBT1 exam and it consists of engineering drawing. In engineering drawing, projections, views, drawing instruments, lines, geometric figures, symbolic representations are mentioned. Apart from engineering drawing, units, measurements, mass, weight and density, work, power and energy, speed and velocity, heat and temperature, basic electricity, levers and simple machines, occupational safety and health, environmental education and IT literacy, like that subjects given in the topic of basic science and engineering. 100 questions will be asked in part A of CBT2 exam and maximum mark is 100 marks. The time given to write part A exam is 90 minutes. So 54 seconds will be given to answer each question, which is more than CBT1 exam. In CBT1 exam, 48 seconds only given to answer each question. The reason is direct or simple questions only mostly asked in CBT1 examination because it is a preliminary stage examination. But in part A of CBT2 examination, some questions will be asked which requires deep thinking and analysis and some workout also required. Hence 54 seconds per question is given in part A of CBT2 exam. Minimum pass mark for CBT1 and CBT2 examinations for unreserved and EWS candidates is 40% and OBC non-creamy layer persons 30% and for SC/ST candidates minimum pass mark is 25%. 1/3 marks or 0.33 marks will be deducted for each wrong answer. The exam will be conducted in multiple shifts, hence questions will be differ. Hence normalization principle will be adopted. To rank the candidates between each shifts, 70% weightage will be given for part A of CBT2 exam in final merit list, which is used for selection. Part B is second part of CBT2 examination. The part B exam is fully qualifying nature exam only. The marks secured in the part B exam will not considered for final merit list, but minimum of 35% marks must be secured by the candidate to qualify in the CBT2 examination. The part B of CBT2 examination is purely technical paper. The candidate can choose any one of the trade subject as per their eligibility. The designated trade subjects are fitter, electrician, instrument mechanic, millwright or maintenance mechanic, radio and TV mechanic, electronics mechanic, motor vehicle mechanic, wireman, tractor mechanic, armature and coil winder, diesel and heat engine mechanic, turner, machinist, refrigeration and air conditioning mechanic. In any one of these subjects, 75 questions will be asked and 60 minutes will be given to write the examinations. For 3 years technical diploma in engineering or BE or BTech students also can choose any one of the subjects to write the examination. The next stage is CBAT test. After completion of CBT1 and CBT2 examinations, the candidate will be called in the ratio of 1:8 to attend the CBAT test. The CBAT test is third stage of selection process. It is a computer based aptitude test. Before attending the CBAT test, each candidate must produce vision certificate from the eye specialist as per Indian Railways format. The candidate will not permit to attend the CBAT test if he not produce the vision certificate. The candidate must pass 5 test batteries with a minimum T-score of 42 marks each. T-score means standardized test score. T-score is used to standardize or compare your score with all other candidate scores. The T-score calculation formula or T-distribution formula is shown in the screen. In the figure, T means your secured T-score and which is equal to x bar minus mu divided by s by root of n. X bar is your mark secured in the examination and mu is average score of all the candidates in the examination. S is standard deviation and small n is total number of candidates participated in the exam. Simple thumb rule is if your mark secured in the examination is more than average mark of candidate in your batch, then your T-score is more. At the same time, if your secured mark is lesser than average mark secured by the candidate in your batch, then your T-score is less. So no need to afraid about toughness of the questions. The CBAT questions shall be in English and Hindi only and there shall be no negative mark also. Total 5 test batteries are available in CBAT test. A candidate should pass each test battery with a minimum T-score of 42 marks each separately to qualify in the CBAT test. The 5 test batteries of CBAT test are reaction time test, form perception test, group burden test, speed perception test, visual differentiating attention test. In the first test, reaction time test, it calculates the quick responsibility of the candidate, which is very much used for safe running of trains. By using reaction time test, the candidate's speedy action in emergency condition will be identified. The second important CBAT test is form perception test. Form perception test calculates the candidate's interpretation of visual forms, shapes and patterns. This test is very much useful to identify the psychology of the candidate. The candidate thinks how for each forms and shapes and patterns, that is form perception test. The third important CBAT test is group burden test, which is used to assess the concentrate time of the candidate, vigilant approach of the candidate and attention span of the candidate. So how long he will attend and concentrate the things, that is identified in the group burden test, because running of train is long process, long time consuming one. So in that time the concentration is very much important. So perfect concentration for long period of time is very much required for running of trains. So group burden test is very much necessary to identify the candidate's performance in CBAT test. The fourth important CBAT test is speed perception test, which is designed to judge the candidate's ability to judge the speed of the moving objects. Speed and distance are important factors to identify to succeed in this test. The fifth important CBAT test is visual differentiation attention test. So differentiating the colors, differentiating the shapes and orientations is the major element for this test. After completion of CBAT test, the merit list will be prepared among the candidates who are qualified in the CBAT test. 70% weightage will be given for the marks obtained in the Part A of CBT2 exam and 30% weightage will be given for marks obtained in CBAT test. So CBAT test 30 marks will be given and CBT2 examination, Part A examination 70 marks weightage will be given. The final merit list will be prepared equal to number of posts to be recruited. After completion of CBT1, CBT2 and CBAT examination, those who are successfully cleared all the 3 examinations, the fourth stage is document verification. The eligibility conditions and certificates are verified in the document verification. The fifth stage is medical examination. The candidate's medical fitness to be confirmed by the railway administration through the medical examinations. After completion of all the 5 stages, the candidate will be designated as an assistant loco pilot in Indian Railways. The selected assistant loco pilots are nominated for induction training program, which is exclusively for running the trains. All assistant loco pilots should complete 109 days induction training program before operating the trains. Assistant loco pilot induction training program consists of firefighting and first aid courses, basic electrical and mechanical engineering courses, which are relevant to operate trains. Detailed study on carriages and wagons of Indian Railways, lobby and control systems and its functioning. Detailed study in freight operations information system, that is FOIS, or management information systems MIS, and crew management system CMS. Every fresh assistant loco pilots will be trained on foot plate training in the train engine crews, and single traction and dual traction training also will be given. Assistant loco pilots will receive training on single traction. After completion of single traction training, they will receive dual traction training also. The next topic is job profile, salary structure and promotion of assistant loco pilots. The job profile of assistant loco pilot is to assist the loco pilot to run the train. Each train having two loco pilots, one is loco pilot and another one is assistant loco pilot. Loco pilot run the train and assistant loco pilot assisting the loco pilot to run the train. Assistant loco pilot's basic pay and some other allowances are less, but running allowances are hugely more compared to all other government jobs. The basic pay of assistant loco pilot is little bit less, but running allowance and other allowances are more when we get promotion. The basic pay of assistant loco pilot is 20,500. Each newly recruited assistant loco pilots are posted in pay level 2 and index level 1. The basic pay of pay level 2 and index 1 is 20,500, and the allowances of dearness allowance, transportation allowance, house rent allowance, overtime allowance and kilometerage allowance, night duty allowance, holiday duty allowance and children education allowance and the NPS government contribution, we include everything. That gross salary is 74,901 rupees. The allowances may be little bit differ due to their city of living and working pattern, how much time they worked, how much overtime and night duties they done. So many factors are there, but the allowances little bit change, but the gross salary is averagely they will get 74,901 for first year of appointment. Every assistant loco pilot is eligible to promote senior assistant loco pilot. The senior assistant loco pilot job profile is also to assist the loco pilot to run the train, but in senior scale. The pay level is 4 and the total service is 3 to 5 years. It is depends on Southern Railway or Southern Central Railway, like that any regions. The basic pay of senior assistant loco pilot is 25,500, and all other allowances we include. Gross salary is 88,505. The gross salary may be little bit differ. The assumptions taken for salary calculation is dearness allowance 50% and transportation is higher transportation city he is living, and house rent allowance is 30%, as the dearness allowance already crossed 50%. Overtime allowance 4,000 rupees and kilometerage allowance 4,000 kilometers he is running the trains per month, and night duty allowance, holiday allowance 1 day holiday for the month, and children education allowance for 2 children, NPS contribution for 14%. The gross salary received by senior assistant loco pilot in his first year is 88,505 rupees. Each senior assistant loco pilot is eligible to get promotion as loco pilot something grade 2. The job profile of loco pilot something grade 2 is to get the train from rack to yard and yard to platform or vice versa, and shunting the loco pilot is major work for loco pilot shunting grade 2. The loco pilot shunting grade 2's pay level also 4 only, at the same for earlier promotions. Approximately 4 to 6 years each assistant loco pilot will get loco pilot shunting grade 2. The basic pay of loco pilot shunting grade 2 is 27,100. It depends on seniority and other different parameters, but approximately 27,100 basic pay will get each assistant loco pilot shunting grade 2 for first year appointment. And inclusion of all other allowances, gross salary will reach up to 80,591 approximately. The loco pilot shunting grade 2 to be promoted to loco pilot shunting grade 1. The job profile of loco pilot shunting grade 1 also same, but some higher level. The loco pilot shunting grade 1's pay level is 6, and normally 6 to 7 years each assistant loco pilot will reach loco pilot shunting grade 1. The basic pay of loco pilot shunting grade 1 is 35,400 rupees. So each loco pilot shunting grade 1 will receive a gross salary of 1,02,634 rupees for first month. Loco pilot shunting grade 1 is promoted to loco pilot goods. The job profile of loco pilot goods is to run the goods trains. The pay level is 6 only, and the total service normally 8 to 10 years they will get a loco pilot goods. The basic pay of loco pilot goods is approximately 37,600 rupees. After inclusion of all allowances, gross salary of loco pilot goods is 1,35,051 rupees. The salary hugely will differ, depends on individual case, individual persons, because the night duty allowances, kilometerage allowances, holiday duty allowances and other allowances will vary. The loco pilot shunting will run the trains very minimum distance only, but the loco pilot goods will run the trains more distance, so kilometerage allowance also more. For example, 6,000 kilometers one loco pilot goods will run the train per month, so approximately 31,200 rupees will get for each loco pilot goods approximately as a kilometerage allowance if he runs the train 6,000 kilometers per month. Loco pilot goods promoted to loco pilot passenger. The work portfolio of loco pilot passenger is to run the passenger trains. The loco pilot passenger's pay level is 6 and the total service is nearly 12 to 15 years service. Each assistant loco pilot will get loco pilot passenger. The loco pilot passenger's approximate basic pay is 42,300 and the gross salary is 1,52,811 rupees. As the kilometerage allowance is received for 7,000 kilometers per month, that is 36,750 rupees. The loco pilot passenger will get promotion to loco pilot mail or express. The job profile of loco pilot mail or express is to run the mail or express trains. The loco pilot goods, the loco pilot shunting grade 1 and the loco pilot passenger, loco pilot mail, all grade pay are same. Normally the training purpose first they given to shunting the trains engines and after that goods and after that passenger trains and after finally they will give to mail and express trains. But post wise all loco pilots are equal only. That means the previous we seen na. So all loco pilots pay level is same, that is pay level 6. But by the experience he will get basic pay of 52,000 because total service is nearly 15 to 20 years. He will get service for each assistant loco pilot to become a loco pilot for mail and express. For loco pilot mail or express trains basic pay is 52,000 approximately and it may be higher and lower also. The gross salary received by loco pilot mail or loco pilot express is 1,85,895 rupees approximately and it may differ, it may be less or higher also. It depends on different factors, especially the main factor is kilometerage allowance which is 9,000 kilometers per month I mentioned here, but it may be higher or less also. Approximately if 9,000 kilometers per month means the kilometer allowance received by loco pilot mail or express is 47,700 rupees. The gross salary of loco pilot mail or express is 1,85,895 rupees. In practical situation, each loco pilot gets more than 10 years experience in the pay level of 6. So he will get MACP, that is modified assurance of career progression, that is pay level 7 he will be eligible to promote. This is not a promotion, this is only uplift of career progression. The same loco pilot mail or express also promoted to run the premium trains like Rajdhani, Duronto, Tejas, Shatabdi, Vande Bharat, like the most popular trains. The speed of most popular trains are high, so the kilometerage allowance also more. For example, here loco pilot mail or express designation is same, that means the pay level is same, that is pay level is 6 only, but their service normally nearly 25 to 30 years after the service only he will receive to run the premium trains like Rajdhani, Duronto, Tejas, Shatabdi and Vande Bharat expresses. So he will get another MACP also, modified assurance career progression, another career progression also he will receive. So pay level 8th he will receive. So approximately each loco pilot who runs the special trains receives basic pay of 74,300 rupees as their service is more than 25-30 years. The special trains running the high fast, so kilometerage allowance also more because 10,000 kilometers per month is minimum they traveling. So 53,000 approximately he will get as a kilometerage allowance. So gross salary is 2,38,756 rupees per month. The amount may be higher or lesser for depends upon each loco pilot who runs the premium trains like Rajdhani, Duronto, Tejas, Shatabdi or Vande Bharat, like high speed trains. The next promotion is Chief Loco Inspector. In fact, all loco pilots are equal only, that is not a promotion. For example, loco pilot goods, loco pilot passenger, loco pilot mail or loco pilot express, everybody same only. They are categorized as a loco pilot only. That is not a promotion post. But the loco pilot can promote to Chief Loco Inspector, that is promotion post. The eligibility of Chief Loco Pilot is 5 lakh kilometer foot plate, that is running the train for 5 lakh kilometers or 10 years service as a loco pilot, not a assistant loco pilot or senior assistant loco pilot. As a loco pilot, that means a loco pilot mail or passenger or goods or express. Each loco pilot served as a 10 years in Indian Railways, they are eligible to become Chief Loco Inspector. The Chief Loco Inspector's job profile is periodical checking and troubleshooting of locomotives from express goods all trains and supervise loco pilots and to impart technical and safety guidelines to run the trains hassle-free nature. The main important job for Chief Loco Inspector is to run the trains smoothly and to check the technical parameters and to identify the difficulties faced by the loco pilots. Normally 29 years, 30 years crossed persons only will get chief loco inspector post. The pay level is 7 and the MACP they will reach because there are lot of service already done. So MACP 8 that is possible, and the basic pay is increased to 30% additional pay fixation, inclusion for conversion from running staff. That means running staff getting more allowances like kilometerage allowances and other allowances, but the chief loco inspector will not get kilometerage allowance, but they will get equivalent to kilometerage allowance, but so they can add 30% additional pay when they convert from loco pilot to chief loco inspector. So the big hike is available for chief loco inspectors. If one loco pilot is promoted to chief loco inspector, his in-hand salary or gross salary is reduced, as previously he worked as a loco pilot as a running staff, so he will get more allowances as kilometerage allowance and other allowances, but as a chief loco pilot he is not a running staff, so he will not get running allowances. So 30% of basic pay will be added in his basic pay when we promoted from loco pilot to chief loco inspector, and kilometerage allowance also will be eligible in other form for chief loco inspector. The equivalent kilometerage allowance they mentioned is kilometerage equivalent allowance, that is KMA they will provide. The gross salary received by chief loco inspector is 2,13,754 rupees approximately for first month. I hope everybody understand the assistant loco pilot and loco pilots of Indian Railways, especially their eligibility conditions, exam pattern, selection process, job profile and salary structure and promotion also. We will see the another one best video. Thank you.